Hello and welcome to this second part of the video. So what we are going to be doing now is to fold and also cut the 720-degree flare. Okay, we want to cut the 720-degree flare and we are going to be using this fabric. Now we already know that the waist measurement we are working with is 27, and we said to get our 720-degree flare you have to times your waist, divide your waist by 2, which give us 30.4. This 30.4 now, you divide it by 6.28, which is the formula for, a full scale. Okay, so that we are going to get, I think that's 2 point, okay, let me just check. This was, okay, 2.14. So that we'll get 2.14. Or I said 4 pi is the same thing as 4 times 3.14, which is give us 12.12. We did the calculation here to give us 12.56. So that you say 27, which is the waist circumference you are looking for, divide by 12.56. That will give me 2.4. So we have been able to achieve our radius to be 2.4. Okay, 2.14, sorry, not 2.14, 2.14. We have been able to achieve that. The radius we are working with is 2.14. Okay, now what is the length of the peplum I want to cut? The length of the peplum I want to cut is 9 inches. Okay, the length is 9 inches. It therefore means I'm going to say 2.14 plus 9. Okay, so you're adding the length of the peplum to the answer you get for the radius, okay, or for the circumference. So 9 plus 2.14, now that will give us 11.14. So this is what we are going to be working with, 11.14. Remember, there is no seam allowance yet. Okay, let's just add. Okay, let's continue. This is 11.14. If you want, I can add 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, I can add 1 inch for seam allowance. But let us first of all fold first. So since we know that we are looking for 11.14, it therefore means that we are going to fold this fabric 11 by 11. We will fold it 11 by 11. But if you approximate this one now, it's just approximately 11. Because this is like nothing. So we are basically looking for 11 now. So what it means is that I use 9 here because 9 is the length of the flare I'm looking for. I use 2.14 because 27 is the waist measurement I'm working with. So you have to know what your measurement is and use your own accurate measurement, okay? So now we are looking for 11. So the first thing we will need to do is to get our fabric. Remember, we are looking for 11. Okay, we are looking for 11. So we are going to fold the first folding like so. Okay, hope you can see it clearly. So this is the first folding. So we'll measure if it is complete. This is 30, is more than what we need. We need 11, so I can just do 12 for seam allowance and all that. So now this is more than what we are looking for, 13. I will do 12 for seam allowance. Or let's just leave it at this 13. But we are looking for 12. Let's leave it at this 13. Now this is the first fold. So once you have done that now, we are also going to do the second fold. We are looking for 11 by 11. So we just measure it. Because we are looking for 11 by 11, 11 plus 11 will give you 21. But now I folded 13. So it's going to be 13 plus 13, which will give me 26. I'll just measure the 26 this way and bring this one to meet it, like so. Okay. Okay, I hope you understood the way I did it. So once we fold it this way now, we measure to see what we have. So this is 13. So we folded this way, 30. We folded this way again, 30, making it 4. Making it 4 folds, isn't it? Okay, so now since we have what we have left now, the next thing we are going to do now is to mark out the circumference, okay, which we calculated. Okay, so the circumference, the round circumference we got from our calculation is 2.14, isn't it? It's 2.14. So you just place your tape measure at this tip to measure the 2.14. Just measure it round. Measure it round. That's almost, measure it round. Just measure it as close as possible. Then you draw a circle around it. So once you measure it round like that, so this is the circumference. This. Now it will now be time for us to measure the length. The length we want is, I need 9 inches. Okay, here is where 9 inches is, but because I am going to fold, I'm going to make it 10 inches plus the half I will use to sew up here. So I'll make it 10 and a half. Inches. So this is it. You just have to measure it round now. Measure the 10 and a half inches round. 10 and a half. 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 Then you connect it. Connect everything together. Like so. So once you are done doing this now, the next thing you would need to do is to cut out. Sorry, I need to cut it out. So you can see how tiny this radius is. So the smaller it is, the more volume you will get. The bigger it is, the lesser volume you will get. I mean this upper part. So now this is it. We are going to cut it, like split it open here. So this is it. You see, can you see the waves? There is no way on earth you can get this kind of waves if we were cutting 360-degree flay. We are still going to cut 360-degree flay, so you see the difference in the volume. Okay, so you can see. So now we are going to have 2 of this. Okay, we are having 2 of this now, not just 1. 2 of this one will now make 720-degree flay. Okay, so we simply fold it back now, because we are still going to use this one to cut the other one that we want. except of course you use your paper and you can just place the paper on top to cut as many as you want. But since I didn't use paper, I cut it directly on my fabric. Therefore means that I'm going to fold this one back neatly so that I can place it to, you know, cut the other one that we need. It's like it's difficult, so we'll just go all over it instead of placing it. So now I'm still going to fold my fabric because I need to. I hope this fabric is going to be enough. I just hope it's going to be enough. Fold, first fold. This is the first fold. Okay, so we measure to, this is perfect, that's 30. Then we are going to do the second fold now. 30 plus 30 will give us what? 26, isn't it? So we are going to measure 26 this way, and then just take this part, take this part to meet this 26. Okay, meet it with this 26 now. Okay, so this is it. So that from here to here is 13. This is it. Okay, and from here to here is 13 as well, which is, let's measure it from here, it's 13. Okay, so like the circumference we are using is 2. Okay, it's 2, so you just mark from this tip, you mark the 2. I can't even place my hand on my chalk, it must have fallen, but I can see the place. Don't mark your fabric with a pen, no, please don't. You can use fabric marker or you use chalk. Okay, don't use pen. Okay, so I'm just going to connect the markings together like so. You may not be able to see it because it's dark and but I can see it. So I'm marking the 2 now. The answer we got from dividing, which is the radius, 2.14. That's what I'm marking. So I just mark it round like so. Then from here now I'll measure the full length. We measure 10.5. So this is 10.5. This is 10.5. Okay. Oh, I've seen my chalk. Okay, I've seen my chalk. So this was what I did here. I think it's much clearer now. This is it. So from here now, just measure 10.5. Measure 10.5. Just try as much as possible to mark it as close as possible so that connecting it will be easy. Okay? Mark it real very close so that connecting it will not be a problem. So once that is done, you connect all your markings together. Connect all your markings together. So that is it. The next thing we will need to do now is to cut. So like I said, the tinier this opening, the fuller the flay is, the more volume you have, and the wider this opening, the lesser the volume. So this is it now. We will also open one part. Open one part because we are going to be joining these two to make 760-degree flay. So this is the second one. You can see the fullness and all that. So this and this now is what we are going to be joining together. I'm not going to be showing you how to do that, but if you want to know how to do that, you can send me a message and I will direct you to the class where I did that. Okay, now this is, we are going to be joining the two together. Okay, join them together like so. This way, you join them. So even if you want to calculate for your 1000, you can see everything is just matching. You see everything match so well. Everything match so well. So you just run a stitch on it to make it a single 720-degree flay. So even if you want to do for 1440-degree flay, still the same thing. It means you need 4 of this. You cut 1, 2, 3, 4. Join all of them together. That will give you 1440-degree flay. Okay, but I hope you now note that if you are doing for 1440-degree flay, that will be 8 pies. 8 pies means 8 times 3.14. Whatever you get is what you are going to be dividing by your circumference. Okay? Whatever you get is what you are going to be dividing by your circumference. No longer the answer you got from this one. Okay, so my next class now will be showing us how to draft the half scale block. Okay, to be showing us how to draft the half scale block. Okay, meanwhile I have a class that talked about pleats. A lot of persons get confused. Oh, what type of pleat is this? Oh, is this pleating or is this circle? A lot of persons get confused. So I have a class that talked about pleating, different types of pleating. We have box pleat, we have knife pleat, we have inverted pleat and all of that. So if you are interested in joining that class, send me a message and I will direct you to on how to go about the class. Okay, till we meet again, I am Glory. Bye.